Is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here? Because I know you got a bunch of notes there.
It's just that one of the big things that we see is everybody keeps fighting against the Black Lives Matter thing. And it's like we're not understanding what it is. It's not that we come out with things, all lives matter. Somebody wear a shirt, all lives matter. No shit. We understand all lives matter. That's the whole point of everything we do.
Right.
And they come out and they say, police lives matter. No shit. I don't know a life that's mattered more than a police life. I don't know of a single cop that's been killed where the killer wasn't caught, which is embarrassing for our profession. Why do we always catch the ones that hurt our own? Maybe we're not trying hard enough in the other ones. And we go around and we say these things, but the police, everyone comes to their aid when something happens to them. But when somebody says Black Lives Matter, we just, But what all they're saying is that in our society, Black lives haven't mattered as much as the other lives. And that's clear when you see something like Tamir Rice. Because you know that doesn't happen to one of your kids. There's not a shot in hell that happens to my daughter or yours. No way. Whether they're a 12-year-old sitting with a BB gun in the middle of your street in front of your house, that is not going to happen because they're going to say, oh, well, we're going to handle that situation. We're going to approach her. We're going to see what's really going on. And they're not going to be a hero because a hero is the person that goes up to Tamir Rice and approaches and tries to figure it out, risks getting shot because he wants to make sure he's doing the right thing when you take away a life or take away somebody's freedom.
Well, you don't even have to go up to him. How about you just say from the comfort of your car, put down the gun?
Sure. And from far away, figure it out because, but we go and we treat Black lives like they don't matter. And when you are putting that, oh yeah, all lives matter shirt on, or oh yeah, police lives matter on, you're proving that police lives don't, that Black lives aren't mattering as much to you. Otherwise, you would just fucking say yes, they do.
Right. So they're not saying that white lives don't matter.
Right. They're not saying that at all.
Black lives matter.
Yeah. Bring it up. Bring it up to everyone else. That's it. Just equality. It's not a diss on anybody else. It's we have this problem and we have this problem. Recognize it. Let's fix it. When I say that I want to team up with DeRay, so if I took a police commissioner job, the first thing I would do is say, DeRay, please come join me, please, because I need you. I need him. He's a community leader. The idea that we don't integrate people like him into our system is ridiculousness. He is a leader of the Black community. I need him if I'm going to run a police agency. And we should not be turning those kind of people away and making like they're some kind of instigators from out of town is what they would call DeRay. Instigator.
That's what they call him?
Yeah, out of town instigator. That he was coming to Baltimore and he's making money and he's doing all this and it's not at all what he's doing. They think he's making money doing all this and he's simply not. Neither am I. I mean, we came out here on our own dime with the help of
Do you know who's making money?
Al Sharpton, CNN, yeah.
Fox News, anybody broadcasting it where they're going to get advertising dollars. And that's something that's going to get a lot of people watching. Wow, our ratings were up.
I went down to where Freddie Gray was, the incident happened, and where the uprising was the very next day. You couldn't have told me that there was a difference between that day and 2 weeks ago. The problem is that no one gave a shit about Gilmore Homes 2 weeks ago. But when it got on the news and you saw the CVS burning and they cycled it over and over and over again, it was one goddamn building that was burning. You just kept seeing it over and over after the fire department had already put it out.
Violence in Baltimore.
Yeah, violence in Baltimore. The riots and
that
all
way
these
they
things.
Talk, that fucking news voice.
You're on it exactly. And we do that, and then we look at that community, and we're like, oh my God, why would they do that? Well, nothing ever happens without an uprising. Whatever great civil rights movement or great progress have we ever made without some kind of uprising?
How about the United States of America?
Yeah.
This came about because we got away from the fucking British. I mean, that's literally how this got started. It was an uprising. Boston Tea Party, it's a goddamn uprising.
And does anybody sit there and say, oh my God, why did they just throw their own tea into the water? That's ridiculousness. But they don't hesitate to say, why are they burning that CVS down? Well, that's the only symbolism of corporate America that they even have there, because they don't have a grocery store like you and I do. They don't have anything that we think of as normality. They live in an area that has food deserts, that doesn't have good schools, where the kids ride MTA buses to go to school, where life is, and their parents their father gets locked up because he has that dime bag and he perpetuates the cycle. But yet society keeps telling them, oh, well, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. They don't fucking have bootstraps. Because
that
you took them
pick
away.
yourself up by your bootstraps is such a shitty argument. It's not like everybody starts in the same spot. You know, it's not like we're all playing Monopoly and we all start from the same spot. It's stupid. That's such a terrible, terrible mentality that people have, and it's so short-sighted and so dismissive. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's just so dumb. It's such a short, and that's a short-sighted conservative argument. That is a conservative argument. It's just such a dumb one.